Hey, I'm gonna go. Oh, no. Nope.
So we're going camping. We are doing car camping. There's all our gear. I cannot believe how much stuff we bring when we go car camping. It's like we go backpacking and you try to bring as little stuff as possible, you know, because you're carrying it on your back. But when you're car camping, you bring so much stuff. Oh my goodness, but I guess because we can. So we're going away just for a couple nights. The weather report said rain, then it said beautiful sunny skies, and now it's back to rain again. Cookie's asking me to open up my sandwich now. Oh, so off we go. Best egg sandwiches in the area. I think my roll a little. Oh yeah. Yep.
Everything's okay?
In 0.1 miles, keep right.
It makes me lick my sandwich. Now, in order to get a piece, this is what she's supposed to do. What are you supposed to do? She's supposed to sit there, really nice, and wait for it. And I'll give her a piece. There you go. Very good doggy. So we're setting up camp. We had some lunch, and now we're setting everything up. Thank God the rain's holding off for now. But check out our little setup here. So we have this canopy, but the thing has holes in it. It leaks, so we got this big tarp to put over top of it. It's covering a fire a little bit, so we can have fire in the rain. Picnic table. Tarp extends out. That we use these tarp poles to do a porch. The van is parked with all our stuff in it right there, so we can easily access it and not get wet. Here's where we're setting up our hammocks. So Barry had his tarp hung in a lovely spot, and he's decided to move it to something else. He's going to try something else here. So, and Barry's changing his mind again.
Yay!
So this is my new Dyneema tarp that I had to take out a second mortgage on the house to buy it. Hubby still doesn't know how much it costs.
He doesn't care.
Did everybody hear that? I really don't want to tell him. It was under $400.
Good.
Okay, that's all I can say. That could mean it cost $50. It could mean it meant $399. It was not $399. It was less than that. But anyway, so here's my Dyneema tarp. This is its first hang. I had a little meltdown because I couldn't remember how to do the Ferriman friction hitch, but I do this Ferriman friction hitch from the tarp. And on the tree, I forget what they call it. I think it's a cow hitch or something like that. It's a quick release cow hitch. And I got my stakes. It's just looped around the stake. And another Ferriman friction hitch here. And it's done in the quick release style. So all I got to do is pull on this, and the whole thing just undone. It's not really like even an untie. Here I did something kind of goofy. These trees were really close together, so I thought I'd use them. Here I put a loop and a toggle. Easy peasy. Quick release cow hitch. And this. And the reason why is because when I tied it to this one, it wasn't quite right. I tied it to that one, it wasn't quite right. And so here it goes. And it moves a little bit. I don't really care. If it becomes a problem, I'll change it. I like this tarp because it has 4 tie-outs on each side. So if I wanted to stake it here and kind of fold these in, they don't close completely like proper doors, but you can still make doors. Here I got my Ferriman friction hitch here. My slippery, I don't remember what it's called. I should have tied it and showed you, but I didn't. And again, I got a little toggle and Ferriman friction hitch. Now, okay, look at how huge this thing is underneath. Look at all this space I have under here. This is so awesome. And I'm actually walking under this without ducking. This is too cool. Look at how big this is. I have so much space under here. Buying this tarp, buying that tarp saved me like a pound in my pack weight. And it folds up half the size of my other tarp, but it's bigger. And so far I love it. And it's going to rain tonight, so it'll get its first rain test. I'm praying that it's waterproof. But yeah, very cool. Now for the hammock and the bug net. Okay, so Sugar Mary, if I said it right, he has a video about how to do this type of knot. So you're gonna hold on to your hammock over here. You're gonna make a loop. You're gonna reach up through the loop and grab this. And you're gonna kind of snug it all up real nice. All right. And you're gonna take your continuous loop on your hammock and you're gonna put it in through this way. Okay, you got that? And you're gonna take the tail, all right, snug it up. Then you're gonna take the tail, fold it in half, and put it through, and now pull on the continuous loop. And I'm putting all my weight in it. It's not moving, but to untie it, you ready for the magic? That's cool. Okay. Oh, pardon me. So, this is my front door. You come into my little house. I have my little water breaks here in case the rain comes down. I have my happy little bug net up. I have my lightweight hammock. And I'm using, if you guys, I don't know if you can see through the netting, I have a ridgeline. It's the first time I'm ever using a ridgeline. I watched some videos, they talked about why you should use a ridgeline. And I've decided to install one today and see how it feels. Ridgeline for the hammock, not the tarp. Okay, see, it's no line under the tarp. But there is a ridgeline for the hammock. I used a whoopee sling. So, measured it out. And got what they experts say is the optimum length. And all right, we already tested it out. I sat in it, felt good. And on to some other things. Hubby is also trying a hammock ridgeline for the first time to see how it helps him. This is a Eno bug net, and it doesn't quite fit his hammock, so I made this extra piece for him to put over the end, and it works out pretty good. We also put these little pieces of reflective yarn on the skyline so you can see them. Yep, that's our setup. This is how Barry is going to cook his potatoes. Forgot the aluminum foil. I did find one small piece, but he doesn't want to use it. He says he's going to cook them like this. He says when the charcoal briquettes turn all gray, he's going to move the potatoes over the coals. We'll see how that works. It's nice having a dog who's so well behaved. She doesn't have to stay leashed up the entire time. No play, she just ate. Aww.
Okay.
Shredded chicken breast, broccoli with a orange sauce. I didn't make the orange sauce, it came in a little bag. And along with that, baby lettuce, baby bok choy, and spinach salad with homemade raw milk yogurt. Ooh, baby. With the dressing. We're gonna eat boarding house style. Border house style? We're just gonna eat out of the pan together. Here's our salads. Yum, yum, yum. Barry went to go get ice. I think he got lost. Cookie wants her dinner. She can't have it. She already had hers. So how'd your potato come out?
Not done yet.
Well, it's not done. Needs to cook more. Is it bad to eat it raw?
No idea.
Or partially cooked?
Again, I'm shrugging.
How's the salad?
Very good. Yum, yum, yum.
Naughty dog. How's the chicken?
Mm-hmm.
It's good stuff.
There's way too much food here, by the way. In case you're curious.
Don't we always do that when we do car camping? Bring way too much food?
Yes.
Well, it got out of focus when I did the thing with the ice cream sandwich. No, it won't focus.
From us, it's the stuff we missed. You said that they usually clean up after the people, but they wouldn't have been able to.
Okay, I'm in my hammock. And this is the first time I'm using a hammock with a hammock ridgeline. And I've just been laying here for like 5 minutes, and I think a hammock ridgeline is definitely the way to go. I can hang a light from it, and I can hold it to help me move around. It's pretty strong. The sag is perfect. So I'm laying, and I feel like, wow, this is so comfortable. Creepy looking. Yeah. So if you haven't been using a hammock ridgeline, and I haven't for a couple of years, watched a video about why you need one, how it affects the weight force. You definitely need a ridgeline on your hammock. This is awesome. So comfortable. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Come on, everybody. It's really hard making a fire this morning, keeping it going, because even though we got it covered by the canopy, with all the rain and moisture in the air, it's just everything is damp and doesn't want to burn. But I finally got it going and made this great breakfast. So I'm having some hot chocolate. Hubby's just having water, didn't want hot chocolate. But look at what I made. Oh my goodness. These are some really cool rolls I got from Trader Joe's. I cut them and grilled them with butter. Look at that golden goodness. And this is apples, blueberries, and cashews sauteed in a little butter, nutmeg, and cinnamon and sugar, and homemade maple syrup. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So the truth is, this breakfast was something kind of I did last minute, because originally those rolls, I was going to make French toast out of them. And the apple blueberry compote, is that what you call it? Is that how you say it? Was going to go on top of the French toast. But around 2 o'clock in the middle of the night, I realized I forgot to bring the eggs. Oh, can you believe it? It's like number 4 on the list of things I forgot to bring.
Yummy. Quiet. It's good.
Try a bite of the bread.
Mmm. Yum, yum, yum.
You already had your breakfast. You be quiet. I am stuffed. My dog likes apples and blueberries. Oh my goodness, pardon me. Pardon me. Our portable dishwasher, those are all the dishes we gotta take with wash. Look at them all clean. Look at this. The video doesn't capture how beautiful this is. It goes up, 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 and up. Just table somebody put together. Table, seat. No, I could just sit and stare at this all day. Look at the rock formations. The trees growing out of the rocks. It's just incredible, beautiful. I like that tree. That tree right there, it's sticking out. It's really neat. Sticking out of the rocks. That's just incredible. And look at this water. It's beautiful. Crazy beautiful. This is kind of funny. That looks like a fire ring. In the middle of the river. Stream. Sure would like to camp on that side. With all the pine. It's nap time. Napping. I'm sitting in a chair. Reading. Looking out at this. The water vine. Tonight's dinner is spinach and baby lettuce greens, turkey burgers with caramelized onions from the farm we visit in PA, and the hubby's got over here some corn on the cob, brewing over some briquettes. And we're probably just going to take the burgers, throw them on top of the greens, mix them all up, and glob of mayonnaise on top maybe. I think that's what we're going to do. We decided we had enough carbs today. We didn't want to have them on bread this time. Really enjoying this book too. If you're going to hike the Appalachian Trail, I definitely recommend this book. I'm only halfway through it. Really enjoying it. Good stuff.
Yum.
Hubby ate like most of his salad and left the burgers. Me, I chopped it all up and mixed it all up. My God, it's so good. Cookie already had her dinner. I'm gonna give her a dessert now. Hard-boiled egg. She'll eat pretty much the whole thing. Oh, let's get it off the rocks though. This is better. I don't have to worry about her ingesting any little rocks. I never used to break the shell for her. I used to just let her break the shell. But she started having some issues because she wasn't crunching up the shell enough. And she was having some digestive issues from big pieces of shell. So that's why now I roll it all around to break up the shell into little pieces. Make sure you clean up your mess. Good girl. Raining like crazy. One lady said there's a tornado watch in the area. But Barry said he didn't see evidence of that, so. Praying for a safe night. That's a light shining through my Dyneema torch. I don't know how much light goes through it. He's thinking, hey, feed me. But I put her back in bed. I want to read and maybe snooze a little more. So see you guys later for breakfast. And coffee or tea or whatever. Hello, good morning everybody. So I forgot to do any videoing. It was kind of a weird morning. So I think I mentioned earlier that I forgot to bring eggs. Can you believe that? And I love doing eggs on the campfire. I can't believe I forgot eggs. So this morning's breakfast was supposed to be grilled rolls and with butter and omelets with greens and this really cool homemade sausage that I get from this farm in Pennsylvania and homemade Swiss cheese on top. Well, we just had the sausage and the cheese and the grilled rolls. But it was good. And hubby had hot chocolate, and I drank, believe it or not, I drank a sarsaparilla soda for breakfast. It was good, but I haven't had soda for like years. But it rained on and off all night, pretty hard at times, a little windy. But we stayed dry and we stayed warm. And I got, believe it or not, an actual good night's sleep last night. And I like my new tarp. The rain sounds weird in it though. But I like it. I like looking through it. And yeah, I like it. It's cool. And it's big. And it's light. Yeah. So now we're just sitting around because it's raining on and off all day today. So we're just going to sit. We're not going to do any sightseeing or exploring. We're just going to sit and snack and sleep and snack and sleep all day. Dry some of our clothes over the campfire that got a little wet yesterday, that kind of thing. So enjoy your day. How is it to have a dog butt on your chest? Cookie's itching for some exercise. We may go play fetch with her in the field here in a little bit. But we're all digesting breakfast first. This is one of the things that I really like about camping, is sitting and staring at the fire for hours. Watching the embers. The embers. Experimenting with my fancy feast stove. Not sure I like it. I don't think it's bad. But I don't think it's as good as everybody makes it out to be. But it is lightweight, and you don't need to carry anything to hold the pot. It sits right on it.
Like this. Aren't you?
I'm happy, but Cookie looks like she wants to go for a CARRIDE. But I think we're just going to sit here and do this.
We might go for this.
Okay, so here's my thoughts about the Fancy Feast stove. Some pros and cons. Pros: lightweight, like really lightweight, and you don't need something to hold the cup, so you don't need an extra pot holder to hold your titanium cup or stainless steel cup, whatever you're using, as it sits right on top of it. So easy, there's no moving parts to break, lightweight, easy to use. Cons: first time we used it, we put an ounce of alcohol in it and it burned out and barely warmed the water. The second time we tried it, we used 2 ounces of alcohol and it brought the water to a boil. The third time we used it, it did boil the water, not a heavy rolling boil, but like, you know, bubbles are starting to come up, with just an ounce of alcohol. So maybe the thing has a break-in period. But here's the thing: if you don't use up all the alcohol in it, you can't dump it out. You're going to have to just sit there and wait for it to burn out, which is a waste of fuel and a waste of time. The Trangia stove comes with a snuff cap that you put on it and it puts it out. This Fancy Feast does not come with a snuff cap, and when we tried to use aluminum foil to make a snuff cap, am I saying that right? Snuff cap? It was almost disastrous. It did not work well. So you're wasting fuel, you're wasting time, waiting for it to burn out. You know, there's that risk factor too of just sitting there waiting for it to burn out, you know, and gives you an opportunity for something bad to happen. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be taking it on the AT trail or not. It just seems to, well, I like the fact that it's incredibly lightweight. I think I like the Firebox and the Trangia combo better. Then we tried some Esbit tabs, and that was horrible. That didn't work well at all. It says one tablet is supposed to bring 8 ounces of water, no wait, a pint of water to a boil in 8 minutes. And not leave any residue. Well, it did leave a residue, and I don't remember how many minutes, but it burnt out and my water wasn't even warm. So I think the Esbit tabs were a fail too, but we're going to try it again and see. Maybe we did something wrong. I don't know. Put the cube down, hold the lighter to it, let it burn. It's not a whole lot to get wrong.
And that was an accident that I tapped you, okay?
My husband just kicked the dog.
Yeah.
So this is tonight's din. It is pasta. It's been fried with sauce and some oil, which if you've never had it like that, it's amazing. and mozzarella, basil, homemade chicken sausage that's been sauteed up in some sauce with some homemade Gouda cheese, which is amazing. That's what I'm talking. So,
We're going this way. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, 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 yum. Yum. I took these pictures earlier, but I really can't see too much. Little water bubbles that are forming on the water droplets forming on the branches.
It's cool.
On the leaves.
It's cool. I like the way the sun glistens on the water, but it doesn't show up in the video the way it looks in real life.
No.
It's pretty. Go ahead.
Look, there's a big daddy longlegs. There's a lot of them around here. Be careful of the daddy longlegs. There's a lot of them.
Oh, you're so loud.
There's no need to be like that.
Arr.
Yeah. More garbage. More garbage. We gotta go. Poor thing.
She won't play with me like that. Cookie.
Sometimes she does, doesn't she?
No.
She's afraid.
You're her toy.
I'm the toy. Cookie. See, I can't throw this at all.
That was great.
Yeah, I should be able to throw almost for those trees with this kind of
Is
thing.
anybody looking at the rainbow? Or are we all watching the pretty dog?
Oh no.
Bring it. Come on. She wants us to chase her. I can't see you in the camera. Can't see the dog in the chair. But by soft light, we're playing cards. to the tune of in the background. Don't tell him what I've got. Oh. This is great. This is one of the things I love about camping. We do this. Oh. Esbit tab worked successfully this morning to boil my tea water. Not quite in the 8 minutes they claim. It's more like 10 minutes. There's a little bit left to maybe start a second cup if you needed to. But it does leave a residue. They say no residue. Look at that residue. So, good and bad. Esbit tabs ruined the bottom of my titanium pot. Look at all that ick. I've used this with alcohol like a dozen times and no residue and 2 Esbit tabs, and look at this. Esbit tab failure. Don't want it ruining my good titanium pot. This is disgusting. And it's sticky. It's sticky. I set it down on a pot holder and it's stuck to it. I don't even know if I can get it off now. Esbit tab, big fail, you stink. Oh, and by the way, that's not a pun. When they're burning, they stink. This is the water vine that we tapped from last year. See, if you do it right, the vine survives to give you water another day. Here's the leaves. Beautiful. I've never seen one so fat. Look how fat it is compared to my hand and the apple I'm eating. It's beautiful. Hobby's breaking down. Time to go home. And this is what we looked out at while we were camping. If you weren't looking at the campgrounds, we were looking at this.
Very excited. I had to stop. I'm getting dizzy. Ready?
Yep.
Oh God. It's bad. If I hit it with that. Oh, pee-pee time.
That's a pee-pee. Well, we're all packed up and ready to go. Done a little earlier than usual. Sorry I didn't video a lot today with our breakfast and stuff. We actually didn't have breakfast. We had chocolate pu'er, tea, and I had an apple. That was our breakfast. And believe it or not, I got up this morning and said I just didn't feel like cooking. I didn't feel like bothering with it. And then, Cookie. She thinks that standing on the picnic table is okay now that all the food and everything is off of it. She won't do this while we got all our gear on it. But once we empty it, that's what she does. But look at that behind me. It's beautiful. Thank you, Cookie. That's beautiful. That was our little camp spot. I really want to make a shout out to God too for the weather, because originally the weather report for this week was going to be all rain. Then it changed to all sunshine. Then it changed to all rain again. And on the way up here, I said, you know what, it would be really nice if we didn't have rain while we were setting up. And if we didn't have rain for the last day we were here, so that our stuff could dry out and then we could break down and not have rain. And that's exactly what we got. And thank you, Lord, for that. We did have one day of rain, and but it rained like on and off, so we were able to still walk around a little bit in the campground. But we use rainy days as an excuse to snack and sleep. My husband can sleep all day and then all night again. He loves it. That's what he likes about camping, is being able to nap. And so we had a day of napping. That was nice. And most of our gear was pretty dry when we broke down this morning. A few things will have to be hung outside when we get home to dry, but most of it's okay. I like car camping. Hubby likes car camping, but lately, the last couple times we car camped, it seemed like... That was the dog. That's her apology. It seemed almost like the car camping was a lot more work. And backpacking camping, while it's work because you got to hike out to your site, it seems like it's easier in the campsite because, well, you didn't bring so much stuff. So we're talking about different ways of trying to make car camping easier. And one of the ways, as we were talking about, is no more cooking and just bringing freeze-dried meals. Because we had like 3 bags and a cooler worth of food, and then there's all the dishes and the silverware, and that all has to be washed and packed, and it's just a lot of work. So we might make some changes next time, try out some different things and see how we like it. But I usually really like cooking over a campfire and doing all that, but this time I didn't like it as much as I have in the past. Maybe I'm getting spoiled using the freeze-dried meals, backpacking, I don't know. But anyway, yep, so we'll be leaving soon.
You got a ticket. No dogs on the table.
Oh, she got a ticket for the dog being on the table. All right, Cookie, you're going to have to get down. Get down.
Get off it. Get off the boat. Yep, come on. Get down. On the table. Sit. No dogs on the table.
You got a ticket. No dogs on the table. It's from one of the people that has an RV here. His RV's little RV spot. And some really nice people here, and one is from one of the kids. It's funny.